And keep in mind that usually when you move to the trial, means that you have evidence, because here's how it works in Romania. A judge will look at the evidence that the prosecutor is providing, and if he feels like there's enough evidence against the suspect, then he's going to push the file further to the trial. If not, he's going to decline it, and he will say to the prosecutor, okay, come with more evidence, and then we can move to the trial. So most likely, if they're going to move to the trial, they're going to be convicted, at least in my opinion. And in terms of the prison time, if they are found guilty for all the 3 infractions, they can face up to 10 to 20 years in prison. Because
This is very interesting. Schools in UK are changing curriculum to detox young boys from Andrew Tate misogyny.
Let me see what I want to read what the update that I got from the inside. He said, "Hi, bro. Request from Team Tate. Can you make sure the Matrix understand that the world cares about Tate's health as loudly as possible?" Of course, obviously I consider him a personal friend, but people in here, like, there's a giant overlap in people in here. Even if you disagree with the stuff he's talking about, you shouldn't wish the downfall. Like the amount of people who are quick to jump on the bandwagon. It's the same thing when Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, passed away. All of Twitter, back when it was woke and Elon Musk wasn't running it. Look at all the ones, Romanian government. Look at all the people that are praying for him. And there's power in that. These people genuinely care and are wishing the best for Andrew Tate.
Yes, welcome back. The metric has been attacked. According to this article from Daily Mail, Andrew Tate's social media account declares the metric has been attacked. After a report, he may have been taken to the hospital after arriving in prison. Taking a look at the beginning of the clip, this is somebody in Romania giving out update on what can happen to Andrew Tate. Like you saw, yesterday he was rushed to the hospital. I don't know what exactly is happening. Nobody has reported exactly what is going on. I came across an article from The Guardian. I realized schools in UK have taken up the decision to detox young people from Android Tate content. They accuse algorithm that they are promoting this content, and he has changed the mindset of young people simply because an argument break out between a 14-year-old where one said men are more important than women. They realized from these conversations that this guy watch Andrew Tate content, telling you they have to bring in a curriculum to cancel this mentality in young people. I will read out the full article so you can understand what exactly I'm talking about. Vulnerable boys are drawn in. School fears spread of Andrew Tate misogyny. When Abby Merge overheard a 15-year-old boy in the West Mid School she works in praising Andrew Tate, the social influencer known as the king of misogyny, she asked him if he understood Tate's views on women. The boy replied, "Well, men are better than women. His friends are not in agreement." Mesh reported the conversation to her school head of safeguarding. She says misogyny is rife even among students as young as 12 and is convinced that videos are fueling it. I heard one student in the playground introduce his girlfriend. As soon as she was out of earshot, he was asked by several friends if they could have a go with her, she says. I don't think the staff are fully aware who Ted is and what he stands for. She adds, I worry for these boys' girlfriends. The 36-year-old British American in custody in Romania after being arrested. Schools in the UK are fearful Ted boosted media profile in the last few weeks could make his influence stronger than ever. Many parents may be hearing about it for the first time, but schools across the country says he is already a huge familiar figure. There are people about him holding special assemblies or using personal social and health education lessons to encourage students to question the content he put out. Teacher says boys are often sucked into his glamorous ultra macro world by more blatant content on fast cars, on fitness.
But then also says very wise things. He says ridiculous, also says really interesting things. He's a very smart guy. If you
So I'm basically just coming on here to share my experience with Andrew Tate. As for someone who knows him personally, I can confidently say that he's such a nice man. He's very generous. I think that you shouldn't have a strong opinion on someone that you don't really know.
So I was very, very nervous. Then that night, we were just sitting on the bed and Andrew took me in my arm. I went to the bathroom and cried. It really, really hurt to have someone just hit me in the arm for no reason. I was very confused. Sorry.
I don't want to say I'm actually a fan of Andrew Tate. There are certain things he says sometimes, and I agree with him. Like I said on my previous video, they are angry that the UK government didn't punish him initially when these allegations came out. What is the need for this now? Few hours ago, Joe Rogan had a segment.
right, like what really happened, and why is Romania going after him? Are they being pressured by someone else to do this? Like what is the reason why they're doing it, and what do they have on him? I don't know.
Yeah, well, that to me is the right answer. How could nobody knows? A lot of people are acting like they know. If you go read it,
Well, they want him,
which is crazy.
They want him to go down, and they want him. He represents something. He represents toxic masculinity.
Well, he is sort of toxic. I mean, he says crazy stuff.
They seize his car collection as investigation continues. I don't know what he did. I know a lot of what he does is theater, right? A lot of what he does is very like satire. He plays the role of this boastful misogynist who smokes cigars and drives Lamborghinis, and that's his thing. And because of that, he's amassed an amazing amount of money. And he's done it by doing this character, this online persona. Also says really interesting things.
Joe Rogan said it clear. He is very smart, and I accepted this. He's intelligent.
I had lived with Andrew for years and years. I've already had to make sure videos regarding his innocence when it came to him being called a woman beater for a video that got leaked. But here I am again, coming from somebody who lived with him for years. He is not a human trafficker.
So I'm basically just coming on here to share my experience with Andrew Tate. As for someone who knows him personally, I can confidently say that he's such a nice man. He's very generous. He's always been respectful of me and others around him. Like, I've witnessed him in situations surrounded by women, men, children, families, and he's always respected everyone. So I think that you shouldn't have a strong opinion on someone that you don't really know, and especially based off things that media is posting, because I think a lot of us know that.
Yes, looking at the world, you realize people that are outspoken, they always face consequences like these.